Good evening all. Hope you're all well. Welcome to round 3 of the CXR GT3 League. We're following the Euro format as is posted, and tonight we are at the Nurburgring. Grand Prix No Chicane, to give it its full title. Joined tonight as usual with my cohorts of Ruben and Phil. Good evening, boys.
Good evening.
Evening, everybody. Hopefully, looking forward to this one. Should be a good race. Cheers for the subscription there from Kieran. 17 months in a row.
Holy moly, 17 months. Yeah, I do agree with Rich Sanderson. The title still says Round 2 Branch Hatch GP, Phil.
I don't know. It's got round 3 Nurburgring in front of us at the moment. Is it a placard, maybe?
Oh, no, the actual stream title. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yep.
I definitely changed it.
I think you can change that. On the fly.
On the fly.
Good evening to all.
So tonight in race commentary we have Neil and Aaron, our usual two, and I understand they have a guest in there, Edward Lack, also lending a hand.
Yeah, and you meant I think you meant race control, right?
Oh, sorry, what did I say?
Commentary.
Did I? Oh,
yeah.
Well, there you go.
Or if you want to do us race control live, but I don't think that's a good one.
Maybe we should change it up for a change, eh? Mix it up.
Yeah. Captain Green.
So just looking out on the stream, and the lads are going out. Quality is underway. Good evening, all watching.
Yeah, and it's going to be a close one again tonight.
Well, fingers crossed. I mean, when we saw the amount of people that were, I mean, how close it was in practice. I mean, there was like 7, 8, 9, 10 guys all within a few tenths of each of us. So
yeah, maybe some will get their sandbags out of the car.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Take the old concrete sacks out. We've got some new liveries. I don't remember seeing these. Who's that at the front?
Might just be someone you've not seen in the championship before, like Will Chadwick, who that is.
Ah, that'd be why then.
William Chadwick.
Like it. Obviously, green is the colour of the season.
Ah, Captain Green is Dries. Well, Dries, welcome.
Yeah, we've had a couple of good starts to the season already. Well, Morgan certainly has, because he's currently leading the championship with 2 wins out of 2. In the standings at the moment, Hele Peter Hoogland is currently second, racing for Venom Works, 8 points behind Morgan Thompson for CXR Project Race. Adam Southgate currently in third on 36 points, and Ben Fletcher and Ben Johnson just behind Adam Southgate, both on 34, so quite tight. But early days yet, we're on round 3 tonight, so we'll see how it pans out. 8 races as normal. Just looking down, we've got Josh Johnson, who had a podium in round 1. He's racing tonight, and I think did he top, or his brother Ben top the leaderboard in practice?
Ben, I think Ben was fastest, and then it was Josh. Yeah. So
correct. We've seen some good racing from Josh. I think he was in the Hampshires last season, wasn't he?
Yeah, I believe both of them were, but only one of them made it for the actual full season. So
yeah, I think Ben made it for the full season.
Yes.
Josh, towards the end, had a couple of good, made an appearance and had a couple of good results as well.
So we can see that Josh has 2 purple sectors at the moment. Morgan took away the first sector, but he has a green second and third sector. So
Billy might be doing a 1-lap wonder later, so he's giving us a bit of notice. He may make an appearance, and we should keep an eye on it.
yeah, Billy should be racing, but he had some real life issues to take care of first. So, or he'll be joining the qualifying session right at the end of it, or if he can make the race, he'll be starting from the back.
shout out to Miles Owens as well. Just had a baby today. Obviously not him, his wife. His girlfriend.
Well, congratulations to Miles.
I'm not sure whether it was today or last night, but yeah. Anyway, new baby on board.
There's a thought. knows? Could be a future Lewis Hamilton. So, the early boys out. I'm not sure which Johnson that is first. Is it Ben or is it Josh?
Josh.
Josh? Or is it Josh?
With a one
Josh
54.4.
Yeah, currently out in front, 154.4. I'm just looking at the moment. Morgan's got 157. That must be an out lap or something. That's quite slow. Keep an eye on that. Morgan be looking to make it 3 on the run. So this is a good track. I'm just trying to think really, is there any dangerous areas apart from the first turn, I suppose, at the bottom of the start-finish straight?
Well, the Schumacher S's is can be tricky.
It's quite a flowy track, isn't it, this one? And then
Yeah.
obviously you've got the chicane right at the end before the last corner, haven't you?
Yeah, but it's the best WEC edition, so it's the faster chicane at the end. You also have a tighter one, which can be quite a pain in the ass. But like I said, the Schumacher S's, that can be a tricky one. If you get your line wrong there, then it's high speed, so yeah, you don't want to lose the car at that point. Miles is watching and he's saying that the baby was delivered with a flat-out livery on. No, but
Don't worry, Phil will send him a CXR Project Black Baby Grove.
No, but great news, Miles. Congratulations again. Great news.
Is that just fun?
That was Duncan Kirby.
Bill didn't do his homework then with changing the background for the leader. Probably read that. 153 point.
Not until next season.
Oh, here we go.
153.920.
Is that what it says? Better eyesight than me.
No, I'm just looking at the iRacing
The
one.
live screen. So, spot the Audi. There isn't one. So,
Yeah, well, there is.
is there? Is it that quick that he can't make the top 21? Who's in the Audi then? Come on, let's name the name.
Juhi Papayevich.
Must be brand loyalty then. It seems that the not 3 McLarens actually. I thought there was more than that, but it used to be Beamers or Ferraris mostly. I think was there a balanced performance patch I was reading last week for the GT3s?
There were some changes made to the cars, yeah. I think the Mercedes is a little bit better to drive now, especially shifting down to lower gears in that's the slower corners on track. So that suit the car more, and I think the drivers will be happy with that. There were some slight changes to McLaren as well, if I'm correct, but still an amazing car to
Look
drive,
at
I
that,
must
the
say.
flames on that one. Beautiful. The only reason I would drive it. Yeah, is there a problem? Your countryman is now on pole, LA Hooglands. 153.9. Josh Johnson just behind on the 154.01. Thompson 1,000 behind with a 154.1. Kieran Smart having another good run at the moment. He's up into 4th.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a good job, and I'm also curious to see what Arnaud Chanonier is going to do. I mean, we still got quite a lot of time in qualifying left, and we know he had an amazing race at Brands last week until unfortunately he had an internet connection issue, which made him drop out of the race while I think he was in 3rd or 4th position. So let's hope for Arnaud that it's going to be better this week. There we have the nice live webcam camera on the right bottom of our screen.
Could well be a sweat cam, doesn't it? In France, it's quite warm.
Well, he's got his fans on, if I'm seeing that correctly. So, who else do we got on the webcam tonight, Phil?
We have Duncan Kirby. Find him in the standing. Changed his camera side, so now we're getting the other side of his room for tonight.
So obviously the scenic side.
I hope Duncan isn't listening to the stream, because I would have told him that there's standing somebody behind him. But,
Yeah, that's pretty scary. You wouldn't want to take off your VR headset right now. Who else we got? We got Chris Needham. Whereabouts is Chris?
Oh, blimey, he's got a harness on and everything.
Yeah, he's not going to fall out of that rig tonight.
he's just bought a new rig, didn't he?
Yeah, he's just bought a new next level rig because I believe his old one had some issues with it. So yeah, he's just bought this. So this will be its debut evening, getting broken in. League racing. That's what we've got. I think we've got Kieran Smart as well.
Yeah, we have Kieran.
So is his chair on wheels? That's what I want to know.
Well,
I think that would be a
looks like
Playseat Evo, I think.
Yeah, but I can tell you one thing. I know that Arnoud's rig is on wheels.
Yes.
He's got an amazing rig, to be honest.
Oh, he
with a
puts it
nice
away, doesn't he?
platform.
Wheels it away each night.
Yeah, really looking good.
Yeah, you can't really tell from there. There's no, not really a wide angle shot, but yeah, wheels over to the side. It's pretty cool. He has like a full-on cinema wall in front of him.
Although he's using VR, so.
Yeah.
But no, he's got a nice rig. But in the end, it doesn't matter what you're using. If you're using a normal desk chair and mounted your wheelbase to the desk, whatever it is, as long as you're enjoying the racing, that's what it's all about. I don't think we see much improvement so far. We've still got about 30 minutes of qualifying to go. It's still Jelle Pieter Hoogland at P1, followed by Just Johnson, Morgan Thompson, Kieran Smart, and then Arthur in P5.
Will traffic just goes up to 10th.
Nice little camera shake there on board with Morgan Thompson in the McLaren.
Somebody's left something on the track on the pit exit.
So, what are the current track conditions for?
And them up there, so 19 degrees on track temperature, 18 degrees ambient, not much wind, about only 12 kilometers per hour. So,
Is this going to be a night race then?
it will start to get dark. I don't think it'll go dark, but I think it will start to get dark.
Yeah, sort of sunset. Definitely sunset that we're going to get. It's
Late
now
sunset,
it's 10 past 8 in game. And the track is quite cool as well, 19 degrees, so that should play an effect for the tires as well, I think. And we have Forge saying in the chat that we've got film badges.
Something yet to go out, so it's got 3 badges, but you can see it. Currently, I think the top 2 are both bingers at the moment, so on board currently with the current leader in the season, Morgan Thompson. He's coming up to complete his lap.
And he didn't better his lap time.
A little bit off the pace there actually, 8 tenths. Yeah, on his best lap.
Well, I mean, it is close though. If you look at P1, P2, P3, P4 and P5, I mean it's from 153.9 to 154.1, so only 2 tenths separates the top 5 so far. Then we've got P7, P8, and P9 all in 154.5.
Dominic Forster just creeping up a couple of places into 10th. We've got 154.68, which is ironically exactly the same as Duncan Kirby.
It is.
Most of the guys looking at the counters have done 5 or 6 laps. With just under 10 minutes left to go. Just thinking, who are we waiting for at the moment to set a time? Matt Acton and Yuri Pepin-Evers.
Yeah, that's where Matt is on track now.
And possibly Billy Fletcher if he gets back in time.
Yep, that is true. Still waiting for Billy Fletcher to join the session. Morgan Thompson actually just went into pole position there. 153.74.
It's a good lap. Just over 600ths of a second quicker than Dan Carpenter. Dan Carpenter puts his car in P2 with 153.8. So Dan Carpenter so far having a very good qualifying as well.
Just switch a light on, it's getting dark early.
Yeah, well, my lights just came on. I don't have to switch them on, but they just came on.
Why doesn't that surprise me? Do you clap your hands and they come on and off?
No, it just knows when the sun goes down.
Unfortunately, I have to tell you guys that Billy Fletcher isn't gonna make it for the
Not
race
gonna make
tonight.
it.
No. So Billy Fletcher won't be racing.
That's unfortunate, but he's got a new car out of it.
Yeah, but he hasn't said what one.
Ford Focus.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Insider knowledge. Derby goes into P4 with a 154.028.
I missed Dan Carpenter sneaking up into second. So, who are we going to put a curse on this week then?
Ruben can go first.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, we've seen Ben and Josh Johnson have been very strong. Haven't qualified well, 5th, 7th respectively. So anything can happen from there. Kieran Smart, I know, has been great around this circuit and many great lap times. So I'll go for Kieran Smart for a podium.
I was going to say.
Well, let me give it to Duncan.
What, the win?
No, not the win, a podium position.
Oh, okay. Bit weak there, come on. You should have brought your A game with you.
Well,
Right.
last time I did it for him.
He crashed a bird, did he?
So
Oh, what do we do? I think Morgan's going to win again. Make it 3 in the trot.
Triple crown.
Yep.
The XR triple
Turkey
crown.
trot. Yeah.
3 in a row.
I'm not sure if he's been as committed as last. Was it last week? He's stuck in the single laps at Brands.
He has put in a lot of laps around here. I mean, there's been the 2 practice sessions the previous 2 evenings, so, and I know he's been involved in both of them.
Has he? Ooh. Good track as well, though. Yeah, I think I'll go for Morgan. So that'll be the first corner pile-up of misery then for him. I suspect the Johnson boys will feature quite strongly as the race progresses. But as you can see from the timings, there isn't much in it. The first, what we got? 11 places, second in it so far. Pretty tight. There might actually be a new record. I'm just trying to remember. I think we've had 10 within a second before, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Bill, as we always say every week, it's not one in the first corner.
Well, and definitely not at the Nurburgring. I mean, you know it's a very tight hairpin.
Almost as brutal as Monza.
Yeah, you can say that. Although the fact here that it's a little bit downhill, I mean...
Yep, catches a few people out with cold
Yeah.
tyres.
Although, what we've seen so far this season... it was the
Drifting.
A bit too wide. Taking too much speed through that last chicane. But no, I think what we've seen so far in this league, how, let's say, mature people drive, from some of the incidents we saw, especially in lap 1, didn't see major issues. So, yeah, I think it will be fun.
They'll now enter in the last 3 minutes, so it's going to be this lap plus one more if they're quick enough.
Thank you for the follows, Blueberry 44 and Mad Knife. That's weird to say. Mad Knife.
It's not that hard, Phil. It's just Mad Knife.
Mad
I
Knife.
think you got stutter.
But yeah, cheers for the follow. Hope you're gonna enjoy this race.
Trizadeh fan.
And he was as nice for us to say that we pronounced his name right.
I'm sure you did, Ruben. I'm sure I butchered it. So Dan Carlton and Duncan Kirby currently in the pits, so they're unlikely to be coming back now. They're currently sitting at second and fourth. Ooh, right on cue. Josh Johnson takes pole. Quick, ironically.
0.003 of a second.
Yeah. Well, on the other timing screen, I got it at the same time. But yeah, I was just squinting over to the 3-digit one to separate it. And, quite right. 3,000 too.
Oh,
Oh dear. Oh,
I think that was
a bit different. Was that the fourth McLaren by any chance?
Yep. the white McLaren.
Oh, that's all right. So train paints is working. So just coming up to the end of the qualifying lap now. So we've just had a couple pass the line. There is probably a third of the crew in the pits. I like that livery. It's nice. Actually replay. Phil did actually do one just now. Might treat you again if he's about.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't get that incident back up again.
Oh, can
No,
you
I'm
not?
trying to
Oh,
as
that's
well. I
gutting.
can't really see what happened with Matthew Dembry, but I think it did look like something. Cheers for the follow, quick MJ. Welcome all the new followers and viewers to the CXR Euro GT3 Championship for round 3 at the Nurburgring GP. Oh, and there, William Chadwick jumps up to P5 with a 154.014, so he had a good last lap.
Just Matt Hodges out on track. Ferrari. This is pulled over into the pits.
Final corner. Oh, he's gone straight in the pits. Well, that was a bit of an anticlimax, wasn't it?
Was, isn't it?
Boo! Keeping us strung up like that, eh?
I'll let you do.
No,
Alright, just give it. Yeah, just give it 1 second and get the grid up for everybody, and then let the lads run out of breath reading it all out.
Got your inhaler with you.
I do.
So BMW's at the front, and then followed by McLaren, followed by Ferrari, followed by BMW. And Mercedes, nearest Mercedes P15.
What, is that the first Mercedes?
Yeah, the first Mercedes
Wow,
P15.
Right, the first guys are gridding up on track.
Ooh, we haven't even got the grid up yet. There we go.
No, we've got a half lap. So, on pole position is Josh Johnson, P2 is Morgan Johnson, P3 Dan Carpenter, P4 Jelle Hoogland, P5 William Chadwick, P6 Duncan Kirby, P7 Kieran Smart, P8 Ben Johnson, P9 Adam Southgate, P10 Peter Den Otter, P11 Dominic Verster, P12 Matt Acton. And then on P13 we've got Arnaud Channonier, P14 Dennis Meister, P15 Chris Needham, P16 Matthew Hodges, P17 John Tressler, P18 Kenneth Andreasen, P19 Matthew Dembry, P20 Damien Shave, P21 Daniel Merchant, P22 Neil Goodacre, P23 David Meekin, P24 Ollie Marler, P25 is Jason Haddington, P26 Kieran Williams, P27 Jess White, P28 Jonas Gillis, P29 David Pedersen, and last but not least P30 Yuri Pepijn Peters.
There we have it. Well done, Ruben. You can breathe again now. No, it's not obviously a full lap, it's only half a lap to get us started. So, the last quarter, imagine.
Yeah, it's just before the right kink, coming up to the last chicane.
Beautiful look at those cars from above.
I'm still waiting for Damien Shape to connect, actually.
He may start from the pits.
Ooh.
We're going now, so
Yep. You're right, he is.
So one of the flat out Simsport boys blinking out a little bit.
base car pulls in, so now we're just waiting for Josh Johnson to get us underway with Morgan Thompson. So he's trying to look to get a great start. I think Josh has already gone, so away we go. Lights out. And not away we go. I'm going to steal his starting bit.
We see Kieran Smart looking on the inside of Don Kirby. Oh, and there we have a spinner, but I think that was Adam Southgate, but he got the grass on the break-in, but somehow managed to spin through the cars beside and in front of him. And as we can see, he went into the wall as well. Bad start for Adam Southgate.
Matthew Hodges also having a bit of trouble there at the start. He's coming out 13 places.
It's Kieran Smart putting the pressure on William Chadwick, and he's now on the inside for the Dunlop curve, the hairpin. He takes the position from William Chadwick, so nice move done there, made by Kieran Smart. With the livery that always sort of upsets Phil a little bit. Addresses.
I think William Chadwick's livery is my new favourite, I think.
It's a little bit of a nice classic sort of livery.
Yeah. Quite pleasant on the eye, isn't it?
Contact between Ollie Moller and Adam Southgate. Adam's looking like he's pulling over to actually give it the position back, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure I would have made the move in the first place, but
then waiting again, it's a nice gesture, but you also have race control to see if something was wrong and to, if needed, hand out a penalty. But okay, let's call it fair play by Adam. But he's not having a good start of the race so far.
The first lap completed. Josh Johnson currently leading ahead of Morgan Thompson and Hille Hoogland in third. Dan
Oh, here we got the replay again. And there we see Morgan Thompson, or sorry, Adam Southgate on the inside and just losing it. Just got the grass on the outside a little bit, or inside of the track.
Was there a bit of contact there?
There looked to be a slight bit of contact, but I don't know whether it was just a contact or whether he was just reacted and then went onto the grass.
Gives the boys something to do.
Oh, currently in P1 it's Josh Johnson leading in front of Morgan Thompson, Jelle Pieter Hoogland, Dan Carpenter, Duncan Kirby, Kieran Smart, William Chadwick, Benjamin Johnson, Peter Den Otter and Dominic Verster. So that are the first 10 drivers on track so far. And we see William Chadwick is now under pressure of Benjamin Johnson.
Interestingly, Josh is already opened. What's happening?
Josh has had a problem.
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, he's a second head. Then I looked back.
He lost it on his own. He went too wide, went into the gravel and just lost the traction of the car and hit the wall hard.
Put the DRS sign out and everything. Oh, that's going to sting.
Oh, but leading the race and then that early on in the race making that mistake. I mean, it's a little bit of a weird one because I know you can sort of get on the gravel there. You don't necessarily lose the car straight away, but I think he was just with the throttle maybe just pushing it a little bit too hard, and now he's in pit. That means that Morgan Thompson was leading the race in front of Jelle Pieter Hoogland, who still is within a second of Morgan, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. But again, as we've seen in the earlier races we did in this season as well, is the long train of cars behind P11 Dennis Meisner, and actually the same goes for group of cars behind William Chadwick. It's all fairly close still. It's Kenneth Andresen trying to make a move on Daniel Merchant. Done. Puts him on the inside of the double curve again. There's a nice place to make that overtake. Well done by Kenneth Andresen. Nice move. My fellow countryman Peter Den Otter so far having a pretty good race as well, currently in P7, but he's not far behind Benjamin Johnson and William Chadwick. Benjamin Johnson is trying to put the pressure on William Chadwick to take P5. There's a little get to Gary Smart. I think Gary Smart had a good race. Remember, he won the AM Championship in the GT3 league we had before. There's the move. I was going to say done by Benjamin Johnson, but William Chadwick keeps it on the outside and that makes it the inside for turn 2. Now it's Benjamin Johnson on the inside for turn 3, but then again that gives William Chadwick the inside for turn 4. So a nice little battle. Gives the opportunity for Peter Den Otter to tuck in right behind Benjamin Johnson. And the same for Dominic Forster right behind Peter Den Otter. So an amazing battle we see on track for P5 currently. In the meantime, Morgan still leading, just under a second in front of Jelle Pieter Hoogland. Kenneth Engel Andresen is currently in P15. Saw that he made the move on Daniel Merchant, and he's now on the back of Matthew Dambreen. Get P14.
Well, those cars were actually kissing then.
But it's still William Chadwick leading that group of cars. Well, P7, P8, P9, P10 close as well. And it is Benjamin Johnson in front of William Chadwick now. So he took the position. Although William Chadwick is still on the back of his car coming up to turn 1. And there we see Dan Carpenter, who had a very good qualifying, but unfortunately he is driving P19. Just overtook Jason Hamilton. But it's a nice group of cars we see there from P5 to P10. Duncan Kirby so far, followed in P3. It's about 2.4 seconds. Sorry, I'm wrong. About a second behind Jelle Pieter Hoogland, and he has a gap of 2 seconds to Karen Smart. Well, we know what happened with Duncan last week when he was in the same position, P3. Just overdrove the car a little bit, going through Paddock Hill Bend with Brands and lost the car. And a lot of positions. Looking at Josh Johnson, he is out on track, currently in P29. Can you have a little look at the lap times, Phil? Well, in the meantime, Uli Morgan just passed Jonas Gillis for P26. So looking at the lap times, Josh is putting in reasonably good laps, quite quick laps as well. Of course, he could use his one fast repair we had in this league. But, of course, he's not in the place he wants to be. He's leading the way. Benjamin Johnson now slowly pulling away from William Chadwick. And Peter Van Potter just seeming to lack that little bit of pace, too close to get down. And at the same time, he's under pressure by Dominic Forster. There we see a spin. I think that's Juri Pijnevers in the Audi R8.
It was.
The only Audi.
Not sure if Morgan Thompson made a mistake somewhere, but Jelle Pieter Hoogland close to get down.
Yeah, gaps just 1.3 seconds it currently stands at.
Yeah, coming across the line, it was only half a second, so...
There's been some contact maybe there, I don't know, between, who is that? Matthew Dambreen and Kenneth Andreasen.
Yeah. DSRT official. Hope you are well.
No, I think he actually just caught the AstroTurf on the side of the track, spun the car around, and Kenneth just had to wait behind him because he had nowhere to go.
And that's unfortunate because Kenneth had a decent race catching up with some of the cars in front. In the meantime, going back to the battle between Peter Van Ulter and Dominic Forster. Yes.
A position in 7th there. Oh, they have a bit of a ding dong here, isn't it? I think he's going to hold it.
Dominic Forster just going a little bit wide. Probably gives him that 1x off track. How many off tracks do we have for this race, Phil? Is it 17?
17 before your first drive through, and every 10 afterward.
There you go. But it's a nice fierce battle between the two, both in the Ferrari GT3. And it's Matt Acton who's sort of lurking behind him, by the way. Hoping that they battle away, trying to gain those two positions. We're looking at Jelle Pieter Hoogland. Still can follow Morgan Thompson quite well. Duncan Kirby as well. He's relatively close to Jelle Pieter Hoogland. But they are driving away. I think I can speak for all of us, the SRT official, that we are good. Thank you.
Yes, we are good. Good, mate. Thank you.
So, Phil, don't want to bother you. What is the fastest lap time so far?
Is the fastest last time so far. Little look. can't see it actually purpled out on there. Why
Makes
is
it a
not
little bit
purpled
easier.
out? Yeah, normally it makes it a bit easier when you can see it purpled out. I'm going to go with a 54.3 from Morgan at the moment. There's a 54.5 by Josh Johnson as well, and a 54.8. 54.5 by Duncan Kirby as well. 54.5 by Shell Petterhuben.
And while we were talking about the fastest lap time, there's also, I think, a battle going on between Chris Needham and John Tressiter. While we see a nice little onboard clip there of Duncan Kirby, currently set in P3. And this Chris Needham has taken position from John Tressiter. So RWC Racing against C-Team. MC move, coming up into turn 1. Nice move done there by Chris, but you can see that John left the room there. Still trying to go for that outside line. Great battle. Well done by both. And if we're going back to P2 and P3, Jelle Pieter-Hoogland and Duncan Kirby, I must say that it looks like Duncan Kirby is slowly catching up.
I think he is, isn't he? He's just brought himself within 0.7 of a second.
The question is, did Jelle made a little mistake somewhere, because he also lost time to Morgan Thompson. So this is going to be interesting. We see position change for P20 as well. Juri Pijnevers just overtaken Jason Headington, and we see Peter Den Ukker dropping positions. He was in a battle with Dominic Förster. Let's have a look what happened there. Yeah, well, that's for race control to be looked into. Nice little spin there to return on track as quickly as possible with the nose looking the right way. Elements in between Pijnevers and I think there was Jason Headington in part of
I think it was, yeah, I think it was Jason Headington. I'm entirely sure. What was going on between Matthew Dambreen and Kenneth Andreasen still. Adam Southgate just sat behind these two. There's beautiful McLaren.
Thinking about strategy as well, though. I mean, we of course saw the leader of the race losing the car. I think that was lap 2. So he came in straight away because that damage was quite severe. But I do think that he has to go pit for a second time. And we see 2 other cars still having to a nice battle. That's for P13, if I'm correct, between Daniel Merchant and Dan Carpenter, who are followed by Neil Goodacre as well.
Looks like there's been another crash between Kenneth Andreasen and Matthew Dambreen.
Oh dear.
But it's the slightest of tap, but that's all you need in racing to spin a car around.
Yeah, and I think looking at it, Kenneth Andreasen also made a little bit of fair play by waiting for Matthew Dambreen. Unfortunately, not what we want to see. But at the same time, it's part of racing. In the meantime, the battle between Daniel Merchant and Dan Carpenter is on both the Schumacher S's. And it's quite surprising to see how fast Dan Carpenter is with the Ferrari without a hood.
Yeah, you don't need that. I mean, aerodynamics.
Just doing some weight saving.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's just doing some weight. Oh, and Dan Carpenter talking about him.
Yeah, as we say that, we've given him the absolute commentator's curse there.
I'm very sorry, Dan Carpenter, for that one.
You know what? I was babbling away there, not realising I was on mute. There you go. Wonderful.
Well, I have not heard you for about 15 to
I
20 minutes.
was chatting away, and it's like they can't hear me.
Thinking while we talk through him. Yeah, looking at it.
I'm gonna send you a message.
He still has his front bumper though, so he's not doing any more weight saving. But yeah, that's very unfortunate. It was a nice battle with Daniel Merchant. Gives Daniel Merchant some leading there because Neil Goodacre is a good 2 seconds behind. In the meantime, Morgan Thompson still leading the way. Doveland still just within that second, so it seems like he's finding his rhythm again and closed the gap down to that 1.2 seconds roughly, while Duncan Kirby lost a little bit of it and was about 2 seconds behind Yellow Pit Coco. Take the over again. Going for position. Trying to go for a late move there. Does it pull through? Fighting for position for P10 with Chris Newton. Having a little look at Dave Meekin in the black Mercedes AMG GT3. Trying to catch up with Matthew Dambreen, who, although the several incidents he had this race, is currently in P15. Never see it all blacked out.
Looked nice, especially against that sunset there, just as it was going around the corner.
Seeing those two cars reminds me of a Michael Jackson song. I'm sorry.
I was waiting for you to do a little Shimon.
Well, I won't do that. I'm not. No, I won't do that. But it's good. But again, battle between Peter Demmel and Chris Needham. Coming up to turn 1, Chris Needham defends the inside, forces Peter to go outside and keeps the position. So well defended by Chris Needham there. And in the meantime, it doesn't do him any good because he's trying to catch up with his teammate Warner Chevalier. Yeah, fighting for position. We'll lose a little bit of time, especially when you have to go defensive. And
I'm predicting, what we're looking at, you think, guys? Lap 14, 15 for the commencement of pit stops?
yeah, I think a little.
We've already seen a few actually. You're already pitting, so.
Well, did Dan Carpenter take a pit because he's got his hood back on?
Yeah, I think he did. He
miss his pit
pitted.
stop?
No, he
Right.
did. We did see him go enter the pits. I don't think we called it though.
Right.
Interesting, 3 of them on lap 10.
So as I said, it's Neil Goodacre as well. Ooh, he had just had a little moment going through Schumacher as while I was calling that he was catching up Daniel Merchant for P13. Kept his car on track though, so well done. Battle between Peter and Ultra and Chris Needham is the one to watch. Oh wow, Peter and Ultra had a very good chicane there. Trying to get the best run out of that last turn. Tucking in behind Chris Needham. But the Mercedes is a fast car. Doesn't seem to get close enough to go for a move.
So which car would you have picked if you were racing in this series?
McLaren.
I
Yeah.
probably would have gone BMW.
Oh well, yeah, we have
Like the car.
I mean, we have a good memory of the BMW Z4 GT3. So yeah, I like the McLaren how it drives. It's a little bit hard on curbs and that sort of stuff.
Do you like the flames that come out of that?
That's why Phil put the sausages on the back of the car. But in the meantime, nice battle between Dan Carpenter and Kenneth Engel and Drayson for P24.
Jason Hamilton and Yuri Evers both in the pits.
Same as for Oli Warner, I think. Or it was Jonas Gillis, I'm sorry. No, I was correct. It was Oli Marner as well. In the meantime, Roquan really closing the gap down on Logan Johnson.
Back down to half a second.
Well, the question is, who's going to pit first? We've seen it so far that the one that can pit the latest gains the most time. I think at Spa it was Morgan who pit the latest and gained about 3.5 seconds through his
He
pit
did,
stop.
didn't he? He gained about 3.5 seconds just by
Yeah.
pitting a little bit later.
I think it was
maybe
literally one lap later, but he gained 3.5 seconds. And I think the same was at Brands, where he pitted earlier than Adam Southgate, who was running in P2. And again, he gained between the 2 and 3 seconds due to the pit stop. So, yeah, it's a question now of who played out the fuel strategy the best and who's going to pit first. Because this is so close.
Look at that, that's brilliant. I suspect that if I was in second place, I would probably go in the same time. I don't think I'd risk staying out another lap.
And something else my eye falls on, and probably the viewers as well, is Kieran Smart in P4. Duncan Kirby seems to be losing a little bit of pace, while Kieran Smart just keeps continuing and doing what he's doing, and he's now under a second of Duncan Kirby. So the same goes for them as well. One that pits the latest probably will gain that position if you set your fuel and that sort of stuff correctly as well. Don't forget to untick the tires. It wouldn't be the first that does it.
Good to see a battle for the lead positions. Because obviously we've seen battles throughout, but yeah, we want to see battles up at the front as well, and we're gonna get it tonight. I mean, yeah, Duncan's only 3 seconds off these guys as well, so
exactly, he's not far behind as well. Absolutely true, but then again, he has to look behind him now as well, because Kieran Smart is slowly closing down that gap. He was about 2/10 quicker in that last lap as well. He did a 154.6, where Duncan Kirby did a 154.8.
Am I missing something with black flags being flagged up in the chat?
I've got no clue. Winers, what are the black flags for? I see Matthew Hodges taking the position. And Kenneth Andreessen and Ben Carpenter still fighting hard for position. And Peter then Ultra as well, my fellow Dutchman in, let's say, is it a Dutch, or sorry, a red Ferrari, maybe it's even a little bit orange, I don't know. Got a sort of, looks like the national football colors on, with the red, white and blue flag. But he loses control of his car, oh, he loses a position. Yeah, he loses a position to jump first as well, just taking a little bit too much speed into the turn. So that's unfortunate. He's having a nice little battle with Chris Needham. Here we can see the replay. So that puts him into P12. And jump thruster regains position. Oh, it's interesting how between Morgan Thompson and Jelle Pieter Hoogland. Are we going to see an actual battle on track? Instead of being a pit stop strategy, who's going to call the positions? Both in the 155s. Morgan did a 155.02, where Jelle Pieter Hoogland did a 155.03, so only 1 of a second slower than Morgan, but he right on the back of him.
Dominic Forster and Arne Chalanet have just both entered the pits as well, so broken off the battles.
And so's John Tressida. Was that pink farmer spinning?
Like I said before, it's Aaron Smart. Also
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like one of those Mr. Whippy vans, that colour scheme.
A little pinkish. But it's quite interesting though, because it looks like Duncan Kirby, although it may be just a 10th per lap, but it's still within the 3 seconds. It's even 2.7 now to Jelle Pieter Hoogland. Question is, are the boys fuel saving? Are the boys fuel saving?
I don't think they are. I mean, look at the last couple of laps, they're 155s, aren't they? And their best is only a 154 and a bit, so...
Wine has reacted in chat, by the way, that the black flag's meant to be the Scottish flag.
Ah.
Didn't actually work that well. Wow.
The Heli Hoogland now starting to put more pressure on Morgan Thompson.
Oh, and Jelle Pieter Hoogland's coming into the pit. The same goes for Duncan Kirby and Kieran Smart. So again, it's Morgan Thompson who probably is able to do that 1 extra lap. So that is quite interesting.
Oh, we're diving in now. The positions 2 to 6 are in. We've still got 10 drivers to take their pit stop, so I suspect they'll be imminent.
It's Jelle Pieter Hoogland coming out of the pit now. The question is, Duncan Kirby and Kieran Smart as well, but it seems like both of them lost a little bit of time over Benjamin Johnson.
In about a second, I would say, or maybe just under a second. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at Kieran Smart.
No, Kieran Smart definitely gained some time on Duncan Kirby, because they are really close, but I think they lost a little bit of time to Benjamin Johnson, who probably just had a little bit of a quicker pit stop. But it's an interesting battle for P3. Did you see some sweat on the sweat cam?
We've got Morgan Thompson and Matthew Dambreen at the moment to pit still, which I suspect will be on this lap.
I can tell you one thing, Duncan Kirby wants to get that finish as soon as possible, get a good result.
Here he goes, Morgan's in the pit.
Morgan is.
So just under a 1.5 kilometre lead there.
Yeah, we see Jelle Pieter Hoogland coming up to the chicane right now. Going through it and coming up or going through the last turn at the moment, and it's Morgan still in the pit. While Jelle Pieter Hoogland comes onto the start-finish straight now, Morgan is coming out of the pit right now, so it's gonna be close.
It's gonna be close.
Well,
He still
Morgan's
has
pit
that
stop
lead,
was
but-
only 11.5 seconds apparently. It's 2 seconds quicker.
Well, yeah, that's just by gaining that extra lap of fuel that you can go around track.
Yeah, and he's come out 2 seconds ahead, so that's worked for him. 1.6 roughly, was it, overall? About
So
half
again-
second, wasn't it?
Again, it's Morgan Thompson having the best of the fuel strategy this race.
Johnson going around the outside of the Yuri Pepinevers.
Oh, it was close.
Puts himself up into P22. That was unfortunate spin from the front as well, like very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Go 3 wide then.
Adam Southgate. Get it with Dan Carpenter and Neil Goodacre. I'm wondering though if something happened with Kieran Smart on his outlet, because he lost that sort of itself behind Logan Kirby. 2 seconds lead as well. But it's amazing to see with all the pit stops done. Look at that group of cars building for
Yeah,
position.
it's crazy. It's actually got closer since the pit stops.
That's exactly what we're gonna see, and I must say that it's all because of the drivers after race 1 talking with race control and Phil about the fuel levels, and there was a little adjustment of the fuel levels for race 2, so the strategy could play in a little bit more, and I think it works for us as well because it's a nice little battle there.
Ollie Marlin's going for a move on Jonas Gillis. Probably going to get the inside it. Get this turn, I think he is going to get this side line, yep. But Jonas has actually defended it.
And now Jonas has the inside line.
No, actually, I think... yeah, he's spiked out of it there. Bit of an odd one.
I don't think he got a slowdown off somewhere.
No, I don't think he did.
Where one, while I do think that Jelle Pieter Hoogland in his last lap set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:54.368. Actually, that's not the fastest lap. The fastest lap is still from Morgan Thompson with a 1:54.331. So we've got about 8 minutes of racing left to go. Morgan Thompson leading away in front of Jelle Pieter Hoogland, Duncan Kirby in third, Kieran Smart in fourth, William Chadwick fifth, Dominic Verster in sixth, Matt Acton seventh, Arnold Chandler in 8th, Christian John Freshner in 10th, Peter Dem in 11th, Adam Southgate P12, who actually has a pretty decent race coming back because he had those 2 incidents as well.
Dan Carpenter's just going to get the move done and move himself into P13. Gets the move done on Daniel Merchant. Ben Johnson just behind lurking, waiting for
An error.
Yeah, waiting for any area he can
Just
pounce on, I
loitering
think.
at the back.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what the actual reason is, but I can tell you that race control has handed out a black flag penalty. So a drive-through to William Chadwick, who is currently
Here goes Ben Johnson now having a little look on Daniel Merchant. Gives Dan Carpenter a chance to break away.
Oh, and there's another incident, unfortunately. It's an incident between Arnaud Channonier and William Chadwick. William Chadwick just served his drive-through, came out of the pit. Arnaud Channonier came up to turn 1.
Ah, that wasn't
And
the reason then.
they fought for position through turn 1, 2, and 3, and in the end they had that contact in turn 3 or just before turn 3, so it caused Arnaud Channonier to spin the car around and drop back to P11. Well, a lovely train of cars.
Ben
Starting
Johnson's going to have another look here.
Daniel Merchant.
Oh, he's made it.
Yeah, he gets moved on. So nice move by Benjamin Johnson. The question is, will Neil Goodacre for, if I'm correct, Falcon Simsport or Falcon? I'm trying to get a position from Daniel Merchant as well. And Neil Goodacre, we've got Matthew Dambreen and Matthew Hodges and Kenneth Engel and Racing. Morgan Thompson now having a lead of 4 seconds over Yellow.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I was actually just looking through the list, see if I can find if anything happened.
Well, maybe it was due to traffic. Well, in the meantime, it was Neil Goodacre with Daniel Merchant going into that chicane.
Just looking at the last lap, he's lost LA. I can't speak tonight. LA Hoogland has lost 1.6 seconds just on the last lap, so could well be like I said, there might have been a bit of traffic in the way or outbroken south or something.
Well, I know it can play a really hard effect on. I mean, if you catch him on the right time. Well, I think that was Daniel Merchant who took turn 1 a little bit different. But no, if you caught the traffic on, say, the main straight and you can just pass them cleanly, that's fine. But if you're in part of the track where it's just hard to overtake and they sort of, they don't really have to move out of the way, but they do have to keep their eyes open for the quicker cars or the faster cars coming through or the car that's going to lap them. But in the meantime, it is what it is.
Look at that sunset coming down over the Nurburgring GP. It's looking beautiful.
It is.
Have a quick little shuffle. There we go.
Steady.
In the chat saying, if I'm seeing it correctly, is Kieran Smart slowly closing down on Duncan Kirby again for P3, last podium position.
He was just under 2 seconds a couple of laps ago, so he's got it down to 0.8 at the moment.
And again, you see the traffic behind them, so
I saw that as well.
it may play in hands. It may play in hands for Kieran Smart. Oh, that's amazing to see, Phil. Great job putting up both sweaty cam views.
Sweaty cam battle views.
See the focus on Kieran Smart's face. That's the nice thing of him racing on the screen. I would even say if you're looking at his chest, he's breathing quite heavily, being all concentrated on the pedal, trying to get that position back. He's just trying to get that last podium position. Well, yeah, amazing to see. Forge seeing Minecraft houses, right?
That's that little Walt Disney castle that was in the background on that sunset.
Right.
Looked a bit out of place.
But yeah, Kieran Smart. I think this is the battle to look for at the moment. You see though, Peter and Otter behind John Tresser. John Tresser having a good race, early P9. It's Neil Goodacre coming into the pit. I must say I'm surprised that Josh Johnson hasn't pitted a second time, or did he? And did I miss it?
Let me see. Has he pit? Well, I would imagine he would have had to pit twice. There's no way he'd make it to the end.
Well, because it was on lap 2, I think, that he lost.
So no. Yeah, he's only pitted once.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think 2 laps left. Yeah, let's keep this webcams on.
You want to keep the webcams on?
Yeah, let's keep them on. We can still look at
descriptions.
Oh, I'm already our mate.
Inside.
I'm having a little look at the battle between Peter den Otter and John Tresser, and while I'm switching over to that battle, it's Peter den Otter taking P9 in turn 1 from John Tresser. Just outbraking him. Nice move.
Just looking at the leaderboard, Morgan Thompson's 2/3 of the way round, so it's going to be this lap plus 1 to round things up by the looks of it. Here and now under 3 tenths behind.
You can almost see them synchronously moving their hands as they go around the corner as well.
Kieran is the hunk of our racing. And you can see that there's a back marker in front of Duncan Kirby as well. I think that's Juri Pijnevers in the Audi R8. So the question is he gonna play in?
Oh, this might help Kieran a little bit more.
You can see the head movement by Duncan Kirby being a VRO, Kieran Smart on the inside.
Oh, you wobble there.
Yeah, and a little bit of traction loss. Amazing battle to watch. Amazing battle to watch. Then again, I don't want to forget about John Tresser and Peter Den Potter. Well, Peter Den Potter pits again. He pits again, so that's John Tresser taking P9 and Peter Den Potter dropping down quite a few places now. Another battle we have on track is between Kenneth Andresen and Daniel Merchant for P15. But the fight is on. P3 and the Juri Pijnevers in the Audi R8. Still in front of Duncan going through the Schumacher S's. So let's see when Juri decides to let him go.
It's not the best place, jeez. It's getting close.
Definitely not the best place. I reckon he has to lift off throttle a little bit to let Kieran Smart go as well. I mean, you don't want to be involved in some sort of an incident in a battle for podium position.
And Morgan Thompson's just coming up to the finish line as we speak.
There he crosses the line. Jelle Hoogland in second. The battle with Duncan Kirby and Kieran Smart is still on.
Great race. The Duncan Kirby, well done, mate. I called it. I didn't jinx it. He's got P3, but great race from both of them. Kieran Smart as well, finishing in P4. Unfortunately, couldn't grab that last podium position back. Now we're waiting on P5. Dominic Verser. Great race of Dominic Verser, finishing in P5.
Matt Acton finishing P6.
Yeah.
A good result for Matt Acton there.
Yeah, 6 places up from the start.
And William Chadwick, although he had the drive-through, still finished in P7, so well done by William Chadwick as well. Chris Needham, P8. Great race from John Tresser, P9 for the C team. Arno Chanonet, P10. Adam Southgate, P11, although he had those incidents at the start of the race, still finished in a good 11th position. There we see the both RWC Racing boys, Arno Chanonet and Chris Needham on the sweaty cam.
But do I get a bonus point for getting the prediction right?
I can't remember what my prediction was.
Oh, God.
Well,
one of you had one of the Johnson boys for a podium, didn't you?
I had my mate Duncan Kirby for a podium due to his last race where he was really unfortunate. And he is on 3rd position, so we're waiting on Josh Johnson to...
You only pitted once, so he's either done a miraculous job on the fuel saving, or is that is it, him out of fuel over the line?
But
he's crossed the line according to the timers, so...
He does.
Yeah.
He does, but it's quite impressive.
Let it dry.
It's quite impressive that he did it in one pit stop though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, there we go. Is that the Minecraft?
Yeah, the
Minecraft
Flash.
building.
The
The Minecraft building. Right, anyway, we will go with the overall race results. And that's not them. Why is it on Teams?
I don't know. It looks good though. CXR.
It does look good, yeah, it does look good, but
Oh, we have to. Yeah.
that is not what I'm looking for. There we go, that worked. Random.
Oof. You want me to do them then? Shall I go
Yeah.
for it? Right, so
Yeah.
race results. So Morgan Thompson claimed his hat-trick of wins ahead of Helle Hoogland in second, Duncan Kirby third, had a great battle at the end with Kieran Smart in fourth, Dominic Forster in fifth, Matt Acton sixth, William Chadwick seventh, Chris Needham eighth, John Trester ninth, Arnold Chanier in 10th, Adam Southgate 11th, Ben Johnson 12th, Dan Coulter 13th, Kenneth Andreas 14th, Daniel Merchant 15th, David Meakin 16th, Peter Den Otter 17th, Dennis Meisner 18th, Matthew Hodges 19th.
And now it's not moved. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
I'm on a slight delay. Jason Hampton 20th, Matthew Dambreen in 21st, Josh Johnson 22nd, Yuri Pepper-Nevers in 23rd, Ollie Marler 24th, Jonas Gillis 25th, Kieran Williams 26th, Jez White 27th, Neil Goodacre 28th, and Damien Shave 29th. Oh, and there's one of them on there, David Patterson, who I'm not sure, I think he went out early, didn't he, unfortunately?
Yeah, 23 laps down, so yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he was now the
Bringing up the
retiree.
rear in 30th. So points for the top 20. So that's all the way up to Jason Haddington.
Well, there we
What
have
a
it.
great
So,
race.
yeah, that
What
was
a
a great
great
race. Like from start to finish, there was battles at the front, battles in the mid pack, and battles at the back. So, yeah, amazing, amazing to see. Where are we next week? We're at Zandvoort.
We're at Ruben's end of the world, didn't we?
Yeah, we're in Ruben's homeland.
Yeah, boys.
Maybe we present the whole commentary in Dutch next week.
Yeah,
Just for,
let's do it.
Stop. That's all
Let's
I can do.
What?
Toe slag. What was that on the ticket? Tax or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's not so. Anyway, we're not talking about Texas tonight. But what I do want to say is, in all honesty, I think it's amazing to have Zandvoort in this season, especially because it's the now named old school Zandvoort track and not the renewed F1 style. Because, yeah, for F1 it might be quite nice, but I think the version we have on iRacing is a lot better for racing.
Yep.
It's
I
a
would
tight
agree.
technical track. It's got a lot of elevation changes, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to Zandvoort.
And believe it or not, that'll be halfway through the season already.
Yeah, round
Well,
4.
there's round 4 already. It goes fast, doesn't it? Yeah, so cheers, guys, for your commentary tonight. Cheers to the race control, Neil, Aaron, and Ed, for taking the time out to watch the race and just adjudicate how it goes. Cheers to everyone for watching. Cheers to the new followers. And cheers to the drivers as well. And we'll catch you next week, same time.
See you later.
See you later,
Bye-bye.
guys.